did something different last time, and I forget what she did instead. Are we streaming already? Okay. Okay. I wish we could cut off the beginning part where everybody's doing what they're doing. It's okay. It's okay. Now they can hear me.
And that. All right.
It's the end of the week. It's amazing to get to Shabbat after Rosh Hashanah and Yom Kippur, which was a very beautiful week, 10 days for all of us here at Temple Beth-El. And if you're streaming in, it's good to see you. So we almost have a million when we count in the streaming people. We need just a few more people. So call your friends, call your neighbors, tell them to turn on YouTube and join us here at Temple Beth-El. We're using Mishkan Tefillah. And I'm not sure if we have a challah coming, but we'll start with our candle blessing on page 2. And I invite you to read with me on page 3. O source of light and truth, creator of the eternal law of goodness, help us to find knowledge by which to live. Lead us to take the words we shall speak into our hearts and into our lives. Bless all who entered this sanctuary in need, all who bring the offerings of their hearts. May our worship lead us to acts of kindness, peace, and love. very humid. Let's see if this is going to work tonight. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kitshanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu lehadlik ner shel Shabbat. And I invite you to do what I often do on Shabbat, which is to meditate looking at the candle flames. We turn to page 5 for Kiddush. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam borei peri hagafen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kitshanu b'mitzvotav v'ratzavanu b'shabbat kodsho b'ahava uvratzon hinchilanu zikaron lemaaseh v'reshit ki hu yom tehila lemikra'e kodesh zecher l'tziat mitzrayim ki banu v'acharta yotanu kidashta mikol hamim v'shabbat kodshecha v'ahava uvratzon hinchaltanu Baruch atah Adonai mikadesh ha-Shabbat.
Amen.
Delish. Have some more later. Grape juice, the best. Page 24. The Shabbat angels are out there. There's 2 of them. There's the angel Ra and the angel Tov. And I'll tell you about them someday. But today, let's just sing. Shalom Aleichem, Malachei Hasharet, Malachei Elyon. Mi Melech, Malachei Hamlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Bochem l'shalom, Malachei Hashalom, Malachei Elyon. Mi Melech Malachei Hamlachim HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Baruchuni l'shalom Malachei Hashalom Malachei Elyon. Mi Melech Malachei Hamlachim HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Seidchem l'shalom, Malachei Hashalom, Malachei Elyon. Mi Melech Malachei Hamlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Psalms on Shabbat. Join with me on page 12 for Lechu Neranana. Let us sing joyously to Adonai. Lechu lechuneranena, lechuneranena, ladonai. Lechuneranena, 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 ladonai. Naria, naria, litzor yishenu, nikadma panav b'toda. Naria, naria, litzor yishenu, bizmirot naria lo. Lechuneranena, 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 ladonai. Lechuneranena, 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 ladonai. Lechadodi, page
Lecha dodi lecha kala yadada 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 ne Shabbat nekabela. Lecha dodi lecha kala yadada 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 ne Shabbat nekabela. Shamor v'zachor v'dibor echad Hishmianu el meyuchad Adonai echad u'shemo echad L'shem u'tiferet v'lihila Lecha dodi lecha kala yadada 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 ne Shabbat nekabela. Lecha dodi lecha kala yadada 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 ne Shabbat nekabela.
Likrat Shabbat lechuven lecha ki makor habracha merosh mekedem nesucha sof maaseh b'machshavat tehila. Lecha dodi likrat kala yadada 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 ne Shabbat nekabela. Lecha dodi likrat kala yadada 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 ne Shabbat nekabela. Verse 5. Hitoreri, hitoreri, kiva orech kumi ori. Uri, uri, shidaberi, yevor Adonai alai el nehila. Lecha dodi likrat kala yadada 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 ne Shabbat nekabela. Lecha dodi likrat kala yadada 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 ne Shabbat nekabela. Please rise and face the entrance as we greet the bride. Boi v'shalom, ateret ba'ala, gam b'simcha u'b'sola, toch amunei am segula, boi chala, boi chala. Lecha dodi likrat kala yadada 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 ne Shabbat nekabela. Lecha dodi likrat kala yadada 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 ne Shabbat nekabela. Now that we've greeted the Sabbath bride, I think we might check our YouTube to see if we have a minyan, because next up would be Baruch Hu, and we can hold people in our hearts for a minyan, but if we don't have a minyan, what is he saying?
We have a minyan because
We do have
I know on my parents' one there's like at least 2 people
we
watching.
do have a
so,
minyan.
yeah.
So, Beautiful. So we'll stay standing just through the Baruchu.
Baruch Adonai HaMevorach Leolam Vaed. Baruch Adonai HaMevorach Leolam Vaed.
Please be seated. Lai, 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 lai. Page 31. I think our challah has arrived. Oh my goodness, this makes it really Shabbos. This is an hour of change. Within it we stand uncertain on the border of light. Shall we draw back or cross over? Where shall our hearts turn? Shall we draw back, my brother, my sister, or cross over? This is the hour of change, and within it we stand quietly on the border of light. What lies before us? Shall we draw back, my brother, my sister, or cross over? Umavir yom umevi laila, umavdil ben yom uvein laila, Adonai tzavot shemo, El chai v'kayam, Tamid yimloch aleinu le'olam va'ed, Baruch atah Adonai, Hamari v'aravim. Page 33. As you taught Torah to those whose names I bear, teach me Torah too. Its mystery beckons, yet I struggle with its truth. You meant Torah for me. Did you mean the struggle for me too? Don't let me struggle alone. Help me to understand, to be wise, to listen, to know. Lead me into the mystery. Baruch atah Adonai, Ohev Amo Yisrael. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Ve'ahavta et Adonai Elohecha, page 36. V'chol levacha, v'chol nafshecha, Ubechol me'odecha, v'hayu hadavarim ha'ele, asher anochi mitzavecha, hayom al levavecha, v'shinantam levanecha, v'dibarta bam, v'shiftecha b'veitecha, u'lefecha b'derech, U'shachbecha u'kumecha, u'kshartam le'od al yadecha, ve'hayu letotafot bein einecha, u'ktatam al mizot beitecha, u'bisharecha, leman tizkeru, v'asitem et kol mitzvotai, v'yitem kedoshim le'elohechem. Ani Adonai Elohechem, asher hotzeiti etchem me'eretz Mitzrayim, liot lachem le'Elohim. Ani Adonai Elohechem. Amen. Page 39. please read either responsively with me or with me. In a world torn by violence and pain, a world far from wholeness and peace, give us the courage to say, Adonai, there is one God in heaven and earth. From bondage in Egypt we were delivered. At Sinai we bound ourselves to your way. Though our failings are many and our faults are great, it has been our glory to bear witness to our God, keeping us alive in dark ages, your vision of a world redeemed.
Page 40.
Yes, page 40.
Mi chamocha ba'elim Adonai, mi kamocha neda b'kodesh, nora tehilot oseh peleh, nora tehilot oseh peleh. Malachutecha ra'u banecha, okei hayam lifnei Moshe Miriam, ze Elianu ve'amru, ze Elianu ve'amru. Adonai yimloch le'olam va'ed, Adonai yimloch le'olam va'ed.
So, our Amidah is significantly shorter tonight compared to what we did yesterday. So join with me on page 46. If you're able, please rise for tefillah. Oh, did I skip something? Did I skip something, Ben? I skipped, oh my goodness. Go back to page 43 and sit back down again for another minute. I'm sorry, I skipped Let There Be Love. And he's keeping me on cue, as always.
Let there be love and understanding among us.
Page 43.
Let peace and friendship be our shelter from life's storms. Let there be love and understanding among us. Let peace and friendship be our shelter from life's storms. Let there be love and understanding among us. Let peace and friendship be our shelter from life's storms. Hashkivenu Adonai, Eloheinu l'shalom, l'shalom. Let there be love and understanding among us. Let peace and friendship be our shelter from life's storms.
And there are many storms, and we can help each other through them. Let's rise for tefillah. Adonai sifatai tiftach ufi yagid tehilatecha. Adonai, open up
my lips, that my mouth may declare your praise. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu, Elohei Avotenu v'Imotenu, Elohei Abraham, Elohei Yitzchak, Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel, Elohei Leah, Ha'el Hagadol, Hagibor v'Hanora, El Elyon, Gomel Chasadim Tovim, V'konei Hakol, V'zocher Chasdei Avot v'Imahot, V'mevii Geula Livnei B'neihem, L'ma'an Shemo Be'ahava, Melech Ozer u'Moshia u'Magen, Baruch atah Adonai, Magen Abraham ve'ezrat Sarah. Page 50. Atah Gibor le'olam Adonai, Mechaye hakol atah Rav lehoshia, Morid atah, Mechakel chayim bechesed, Mechaye hakol berachamim rabim, Somech noflim v'rofech olim, Umatir asurim, Umekayem emunato lishenei afar. Michamocha ba'al yurot, Umito melach, Melech memit umechayeh, Umatzliach Yeshua, V'ne'eman atah lehachayot hakol, Baruch atah Adonai, Mechayeh hakol. Atah kadosh v'shimcha kadosh, U'kadoshim b'chol yom yahalelucha selah. Baruch atah Adonai, Ha'el HaKadosh. Please continue on your own, and we'll join up again in a few pages. Shalom bimrama, shalom aleinu, ve'al kol Yisrael, ve'imru, amen. Yaseh shalom, shalom. Yaseh Shalom, Yaseh Shalom, Shalom Aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael. Yaseh Shalom, Yaseh Shalom, Shalom Aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael. Yaseh Shalom, Yaseh Shalom, Shalom Aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael. It's joyful to be together for Shabbos or Shabbat. And we also have people who aren't feeling well. So we like to remember them and send up a prayer for them. So if you have someone that you're praying for, I think I'm going to read through the list and let's just pray through the prayer, which I think you all know it. It's on page, 253 if you want to look at it. In our congregation, we're praying for Millie Rottenberg, Howard Simon, Gloria Berkowitz, Gidel Bat Hana, Bernice Portney, Kathy Gale, Prendel Bat Yehudit Sharon, Florence Wellen, Beryl Ben Sima Vishmuel Leib, Ephraim Andrada, Enrique Duchetanga, Deborah Bat Yocheved, Steve Gellis, Shalom Avram Ben Golda Isaiah, Myrtle Cupid, Michael Rosenbaum, Leigh Anna May Babcock, Leonard Kaminer, Maury Stearns, Brian Clark, Novetta Ruffin, Lori S., Harav Miriam, Yael Bat Sarah Yitzchak, Maxwell Zwain, Menachem Mendel Ben Yehudit Michael, Tovia Ben Baila, Dwayne Charleston, Richard Foran, Sandra Myers-Shaken, Joanna Tardikoff, Johanna Bat Sarah, Zipporah Yocheved Bat Abraham Eliezer and Yehudit, Arthur Fulop, Eliezer Ben Rachel, Dora Montserrat, Jeff Galvani, and Jennifer Strong Mentha. If you have a name to add, Mikor habracha limotenu. May the source of strength who bless the ones before us, help us find the courage to make our lives a blessing, and let us say Amen. Nishebera imotenu mikor habracha lavotenu. Bless those in need of healing with refuah shema, the renewal of body, the renewal of spirit, and let us say Amen. So a number of years ago, I worked with a rabbi who told a story about a colleague who took one of those hourglass timers and put it on the bima right before he started the sermon. And I guess those are like 10 minutes or 20 minutes, I don't remember. Do you know how long those timers are? But when the colleague of my friend
got to a point in the sermon and it ran out of sand, he just flipped it over, you know. So, you know, you can go on and on and on sometimes, and I'm looking at the time. Ben and I had a little idea here. We were going to try to keep it a shorter service tonight without leaving anything out. So I have the Torah portion here, and I'll read the whole thing from the beginning to end. That only taken, no more jokes. This was my Torah portion. I was very excited to see this. It's called Ha'azinu. It's a poem that Moses read as he was about to die. Or he wrote it, or he got it from God, who knows. And the interesting thing for me is I don't really remember anything about it for my bat mitzvah, which really wasn't that long ago, or maybe it was. But I've looked at it a few times in the past few years, and it's a poem, and I'm a poet. So it really interests me that it's a poem. And Ha'azinu, I didn't look it up, but I think it comes from the word hazan. Do you know, Ben? Hazan, Ha'azinu, hazan, poem. Hazan is another word for cantor. It's the Hebrew word, because the word cantor is a word from Bach. Bach was a cantor. In his church, he was a cantor. That's where that word comes from. And Hazan, the Hebrew word for cantor, goes back further back than Bach. So Ha'azinu, it's a poem. I write poetry. So I just had this one little interesting thing I wanted to share with you, is that the beginning of it is, "Give ear, O heavens, let me speak, let the earth hear the words I utter." And today I was thinking about it, and I said to myself, I keep thinking it's just like this other thing. Friends, Romans, countrymen, lend me your ears. Anybody know where that comes from? Yeah. And who is it? It's from the play Julius Caesar, and it was spoken by Mark Antony as he's about to bury Caesar. So, you know, Shakespeare, we read Shakespeare. We read the Bible, the Torah. Did Shakespeare steal this or borrow from it or get an idea from it? A friend of mine was telling me that one of their children, when they were senior in high school, were told, go ahead and read a novel. And so their child went and read the Torah. I mean, you know, is it true or not? So anyway, that's a slice of my history. The only other piece I was going to share about Ha'azinu is to share that this week is my mom's yahrzeit. So she was very concerned that I would be sad when she died. And of course, I am still sad that she's gone. But she had a great life. She lived to be 94 and a half. And a few weeks before she died, she woke me up in the middle of the night. She said, "I'm dying." And I said, "Yeah, I kind of know that, Mom." She didn't know until then. She suddenly realized. And she said, "Don't cry. Don't be sad. I want you to have a big party and be happy." And she died 2 days after Yom Kippur, which is also a day or two before one of our biggest holidays of rejoicing, Sukkot. We couldn't sit shiva for her. It's like she planned it. I want you to be happy, and here we had Sukkot. So we're getting ready for Sukkot, and unless someone wants to say something about Ha'azinu or their parents, I'm done talking for tonight. And I invite Ben to help us out with his beautiful piano playing as we return to the prayer book on page 282 actually, 282 for Aleinu. If you're able, please rise. Aleinu l'shabeach l'adon hakol, לתת גדולה ליוצר בראשית, שלא עשנו כגויי הרצון, Rise up like the sun, O God, over all humanity. Cause light to go forth over all the lands between the seas, and light up the universe with the joy of wholeness, of freedom, and of peace.
ונאמר והיה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ ביום ההוא יהיה אדוני אחד ושמו אחד.
Please be seated. I am sad tonight about my mom being gone. So I know you'll indulge me and read with me on page 288. And then we will say Mourner's Kaddish for everyone. When I die, give what's left of me away to children and old men that wait to die. And if you need to cry, cry for your brother walking the street beside you. And when you need me, put your arms around anyone and give them what you need to give me. I want to leave you something better than words or sounds. Look for me in the people I've known or loved. And if you cannot give me away, at least let me live in your eyes and not in your mind. You can love me best by letting hands touch hands and by letting go of children that need to be free. Love doesn't die, people do. So when all that's left of me is love, give me away. This week, in addition to my mother, Frida Heller-Gorowitz, we have congregant, we're remembering Julius Blue-Weiss. And if anyone is in the period of mourning or has a yard site this week they want to share? So we'll find Mourner's Kaddish on page 294. And if it's your custom to rise, please do so. Yitkadal v'yitkadash shmei Rabbah.
Amen.
V'alma divra chirutei v'yamlich malchutei. V'chayechon v'yomechon u'chayei dechol Beit Yisrael. Ba'agala u'bizban kariv v'imru Amen. Yehei shmei Rabbah mivarach le'olam olmei almaya. Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yita'ar v'yitramam v'yitnasei. V'yitadar v'yitalev v'yitalal shemei dekudisha b'richu. Leila min kol birchata v'shirata. Tush b'chata v'nechemata da'amiran v'alma v'imru Amen. Yehi shlamo rabba min shemaya v'chayim aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'imru Amen. Oseh shalom b'mromav, hu yaseh shalom, aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael, ve'imru Amen.
Oseh shalom b'mromav, hu yaseh shalom, aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael, ve'imru Amen.
May their memories be for a blessing. So, my goodness, we have so many announcements. It fills a whole page. Really important. Tikkun Olam. On Rosh Hashanah, we distributed paper bags. If you didn't already return them on Yom Kippur, you could still fill a bag and bring it, or you can bring it if you didn't. You can find the list of what we serve our guests at our food pantry. It's at our website. Amazon, Friends is there. School, religious school. Oh my gosh. We are starting this Sunday. Then we're going to take a couple weeks off because we're working through some issues and health issues, but this Sunday, looks like the weather's going to be good. We'll be outside. We'll be building the sukkah. If you can come help build the sukkah at 9:30, please do. Come for classes. 9:30 to 12 noon. Sukkot celebrations. There's a bunch of them. This Monday, 7 p.m., we will be in the sukkah singing songs, waving a lulav and etrog. Friday, September 24th, bring your dinner. We'll sit in the sukkah. It's a mitzvah to eat dinner in your sukkah, 6:30 p.m., an early service. Our federation locally is sponsoring a scavenger hunt to fight hunger. There's a link that you can find in the weekly. There's a clue that will help you determine which food items are needed, and you can purchase them and drop them off here. We are one of the official drop-off locations. I think September 23rd is the deadline. If you have a small child, and you want to come for Tasha Shabbat, Saturday, September 25th, a week from tomorrow, 10:30, in the sukkah. Our book club is still meeting on Zoom. The next meeting is September 30th. It's a Thursday, 8 p.m. The book is called Light at Midnight by Tom Reppert. If you come that Thursday, you can help plan the next 6 months of reading. Jersey City Together is celebrating its 5th anniversary with a hybrid gathering of its member congregations. October 16th from 4 to 6 p.m. at the St. Aidan's Church. We're invited. There's food, fellowship, a program reflecting on the progress of the organization. Masks required. And some of it will be virtual. So look in the weekly next week. Rabbi Moritz Introduction to Judaism class begins again next month on Wednesday, October 27th. It runs for 20 weeks. The class is open to everyone, Jewish, not Jewish, couples, singles, seekers. If you're looking for a meaningful adult learning experience and a deeper understanding of Judaism, please email Rabbi Moritz or register online. Rabbi Moritz also has Introduction to Hebrew. That begins December 1st. That's for 13 weeks. If you can't read Hebrew, or if you want a refresher of the basics, sign up. It'll be great. Only 2 more. Upcoming Jews of Color and People of Color in the Reform Movement Affinity Space Gatherings. These gatherings are led by and for Jews of Color and people of color who are Jewish adjacent. Those of us who are people of color and do not identify as Jewish but are partnered with a Jewish person or part of the Jewish family. Again, this is in the weekly or on the website. And finally, I mentioned at the beginning about the food pantry. It's open on Wednesdays, so we always need food donations, and drop them off on Wednesdays if you have something. Well, we can sing a Don Olam and then make a motzi. Don Olam on page 321, a different peppy tune. Don Olam asher malach b'terem kol yitzir nivra le'et nasa
Sokol, Azai Melech, Shemo Nikra, Azai Melech, Shemo Nikra, Ve'acharei kiflot hakol, Levado yimlok nora, Vehu haya, Vehu hove, Vehu yeh, V'tifara, Vehu yeh, V'tifara, Vehu echad, Ve'ein sheni, Leham shelo, Lehachira, Beli reshit, Beli tachlit, Velos, Leham Yisra, Velos, Leham Yisra, Vehu Eli, V'chai goali, וצורחב לי בעת צרה, והוא נשיא ומנוס לי, מנת כוסי ביום אקרא, מנת כוסי ביום אקרא, בידו אפקיר רוחי, ועת אישן ואירה, ועם רוחי גבייתי, אדוני לי ולא אירא, אדוני לי ולא אירא.
Adonai is with me, and I shall not fear. Adonai li velo ira. So let's find out how yummy the challah is tonight, and wish everyone who's watching us on YouTube Shabbat Shalom. If you're here, turn around and wave, and then let's come up and light the camera. And we are under an hour, Ben. Aren't we amazing? Oh my goodness. I'm going to have you do the blessing. Are you ready? Get set. Ready to say blessing? Of course you are. Wait. Open it up. I'll do it. But always ask your dad to come and assist. Perfect. I can't eat this, so that's the big problem for me. But it looks beautiful. It's still around challah, because I think we can still have round challah until through Sukkot. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, hamotzi lechem min haaretz, v'te'avon. Rip a piece off, bring it around. I wish I could have some. It looks yummy. But I have an